Well, howdy all you happy campers. This is Hunter Pruett, otherwise known as the RV Hunter, down here at the 2024 Southwest RV Super Show, and super excited to finally bring to y'all the Grand Design Lineage motorhome. I'm actually here with Brent McKnight, our Grand Design Lineage rep. Brent, thank you for being here. I'm very excited to showcase this unit. We actually got the first two in Texas.
First two in Texas. So we just actually got these two down here over the weekend. They were probably the last two units to get here in the show. So we are launching this product here at the Dallas show right now with McLean's RV.
And great feedback, not only blowing up this show, but also the Hershey show.
Sure.
I mean, taking on the national scope, and so many of y'all have been so eager to dive into this rig. So we want to bring you the first glimpse, have y'all be some of the first in the world to see this Grand Design Lineage. And we actually have two showcased because, I mean, there's a bunch of different paints and decal options,
For sure,
right?
For sure. We've got a graphics package here, which I have over here on the right. And then we've also brought one of our full painted options, which we have right here behind us. We do have 8 different full paint options. So what I brought here today is the McKnight Slate. Has the dark charcoal McKnight paint, which is up top. You can also get this in pearl, which is a white version. As you look down the side, we've got kind of a splash of silver back in the back. We've got 4 color options there. You can get a Nardo gray, which is what you see here, sage green, a wave blue, and a kind of a red Cabernet color.
And they're super sharp. I mean, even the decal version, very sharp, especially what y'all are doing with this back cap here. For sure. Because that is a full fiberglass rear cap, which is pretty unique.
For sure. So one piece fiberglass back cap. We've got that on every unit, whether it's graphics or whether it's full paint. You'll see a little bit different graphic on the back of the full painted option, which we'll show you when we go around there.
Absolutely. But starting in, I mean, a lot of y'all have already been in tune if you're in this segment of the Mercedes Class C Sprinters on the chassis developments. A Mercedes going to the straight 4 instead of the V6, and a ton of benefits there, right, Brent? In terms of additional horsepower,
we've got more horse, we've got more torque. We also have 1,100 pounds of payload. One of the big common things that customers always kind of steer themselves away from on the Mercedes is lack of carrying capacity. So what I have here, I have 1,100 pounds more payload that we're able to use on this Mercedes 4500. So we're going to have a little bit more carrying capacity, but we also did a ton of the frame to give it a much better ride than a lot of our competitors. And
elaborating on that, it's not just the new Mercedes chassis. That's because Grand Design and the Lineage line, they're very unique in that they, again, are going to that 4500 chassis instead of just the 3500 that you're going to see across even those new Mercedes, other brands that are utilizing that new straight 4. This being on a 4500 chassis, you are going to have that much more cargo carrying capacity. And the drive is fantastic, right? We tell people all the time, you got to drive one of these. Fortunately, we can't do it here at the show, but take our word for it. It is Mercedes Sprinter chassis already are the best driving coaches in the market. The spontaneity of being able to go just about anywhere, because we're talking only, what, 25 feet, 8 inches overall length?
This is going to exceed expectations as far as the drivability. So far, we've had transport drivers drive really 6 of these out into the field. That's all that we have in the entire country right now, actually on a dealer's lot. So far, the feedback we're getting from them, the feedback that we've got on our test drives, we've got a couple influencers. We had one that's already finding her someday. They just went up to Alaska. They've made it all the way back to Indiana. Now they're traveling up to Maine. So they'll put close to 15 to 20,000 miles on it when it's all said and done. The feedback we're getting from this new 4500 is fantastic.
But a lot of that also has to do with, I mean, what y'all are doing even down to like the front cap, right? Because I mean, this front cap, you'll notice, doesn't have that big jutting profile. I mean, I'll tell you, I've taken a Class C down to New Orleans, Bourbon Street, pulling up the stoplights is not convenient. You feel all claustrophobic, but this is different, right?
We wanted to make sure that as the driver and the passenger, you know, if you're looking at the mountains, if you're looking at anything up high, you're not looking at the top of your overhead bunk. So it is a little bit more aerodynamic, a little bit more sleek. You're going to see that as well in the graphics package. That's the only thing on the graphics package. We've got a little bit of paint up top where your overhead bunk is, and then obviously your back cap's going to be full paint as well. Whereas your actual full painted units, you'll have 3 layers of Sikkens paint, 3 layers of clear coat. You're also going to have a nice diamond shield that wraps the front of your coach all the way down to the side of your wing walls, and that's going to be a lifetime guarantee on the diamond shield.
You can actually see it here, going all the way back and all the way around. back up here. But I mean, also not just stylized, but we also have different wheel options, right?
For sure,
and
for sure.
Great looking rims.
These are the upgraded aluminum wheels. Standard, when you're looking at an MSRP sheet, standard wheels will be a black steel Mercedes wheel. We've got a couple options. This is the blackout package, which will be the black aluminum wheels. We also offer a chrome out package, which is the chrome aluminum wheels.
And then, I mean, what y'all go into, I noticed when I jumped up in this coach how much wider the sideboard is. Very nice. You aren't slipping off of this.
For sure.
Then as we go back to like the stylizing of the coach, you don't see this. Let's talk about this, Brent, because this is super neat.
That's a lit belt rail. So all of our belt rails are lit. That actually is going to sync up with your coach. So when you're unlocking your front door and your passenger door, when you hit the lock button, you're going to see that blink twice. When you hit the unlock button, you'll see it blink. Right now, I've got it stationary to where it's on, so it's on the whole time. But you can set that where, you know, after 15 seconds it'll go off. When you open your door, it comes on. When you close your door, it comes on. When you put it in reverse, you actually have lit areas on both sides of your unit. So it's actually working with the chassis as well, the Mercedes chassis, in order for us to get that light to turn on.
It's almost like a high-end luxury feature, you know, like getting that cascade light effect. But then also, I love these new slam latches. I mean, the thickness of these doors is really impressive.
Slam latch baggage doors all the way across the board. We've got a nice 40-inch TV on the outside. You know, most of my competitors don't offer. I mean, there's a lot of competitors that don't offer a TV, but if they do, most are small. This is going to give you plenty of visibility to watch the game or to watch a movie outside while you're outside camping.
And then also, if you're outside camping, and you got to bring along the tunes, right, Brent?
For sure.
And y'all didn't skimp. You know, as the Grand Design product specialist, I have a Momentum.
Yeah.
This Rockford Fosgate system is a shame because I can hardly use it because there's very few places that I can truly utilize that sound quality because it bumps. But y'all also giving a secondary outside component to be able to control everything is super neat. And we'll get to some of that on the inside, I'm sure too.
We also have your LP Quick Connect here on your propane tank. You get your first nice size storage bay here in the back. So again, all of your baggage doors, slam latch, airtight shut. As we walk around here to the back cap, you'll notice the back cap on the full painted unit is a little bit different. We've got some smoked out paint down here on your brake lights. You'll notice that the Lineage logo is very faint. We didn't want a big, bold logo on the back, so you've got Lineage that's very faint there. You also have smoked out lights on both sides of your unit. So when you hit the brakes, those will come on, but they'll be much more smoked out to where you really don't see that bright red when you're driving down the road.
But also, I love that y'all didn't just skimp and make it look like a fiberglass by just doing small components. This entire
piece is
end cap.
It's a fiberglass cap.
It is one big fiberglass cap. Now, coming on back here, of course, got the Truma tankless water heater, and then your entire wet bay underneath. Super clean, efficient, easy to get to the water pump. And in terms of the fittings, y'all are actually using SharkBite fittings throughout. And there's huge benefits to that.
SharkBite is something that's being used in a lot of new homes right now. What's very unique about it is you've got a 25-year warranty. A lot of manufacturers are putting their fittings on all of their freshwater lines. Their fittings are 50 cents to $1 per fitting. We're spending 10 to 15 bucks per fitting. And once you have that push to connect, positive connection, it's impossible to pull that apart. So, and you've got a 25-year warranty on all your water lines.
It's awesome to have that enclosed because there are competitors even in the Mercedes segment that have the water connections on the outside wall. Having it behind this enclosed door is fantastic. Tank dump there. Another fresh tank fill for gravity fill on this side. And then y'all just utilize every square inch, huh?
For sure. That's your nice, that's actually underneath your bed. So you can lift your bed up. You can access this storage from the inside or the outside. We'll show you the outs. We'll actually probably leave this door open. That way you can see the outside when we come back through. Small little storage bay here. This is up underneath your pantry on the inside. Nice big storage bay.
You actually have your slide override control there as well. Grand Design's known for not only having the best warranties, but making them super easy to work on, making sure you're on the road. And then not only do we have a propane generator here, but we also have, two 160 or 130?
Two 130 lithium batteries, 130 amp.
and then 2 300-watt solar panels
For sure.
on the roof as
For
well.
sure.
And so those of y'all wanting to fully utilize this coach as being spontaneous, going everywhere, you can stay cool. And this slim rack system is really nice. I mean, there's still some that.
What's very unique about our slide system, because we're built in the 4500, I mentioned earlier, we have more payload. A lot of our competitors are using 18 to 24-inch slides. We actually have a 40-inch slide because of how we built our chassis. We actually have a steel beam that runs down your belt line to where we're actually fastening our sidewalls into our frame. No one else has been able to do that on a Mercedes because of the payload. We have that 1,100 pounds. We didn't just take that 1,100 pounds and made that carrying capacity. We actually beefed up our chassis, which is something that you haven't been able to do on a Mercedes before, which has allowed us to do this nice big 40-inch slide, which also allowed us to put these nice acrylic windows in both of your slide walls.
Yeah, I'm having these on the slide walls, but this slide's massive.
Yeah.
I mean, this is incredible.
For sure.
How huge that is. You don't even see that on some fifth wheels, that slide depth. Truly impressive. But I think we need to quit making people drool. We need to go on and get on inside and show them what it looks like. And whenever one of the first visuals, we can show them the Lithionics batteries. Y'all make it super easy to get to.
Yep.
Just right underneath this front step here. Let Rick show the folks. And this is solid. I mean, this whole step, metal, the fuses easily labeled, and Lithionics batteries very accessible. All right there. All your lighting controls, of course, one touch auto leveling.
We also have a nice airplane style, a lot of people call this kind of an airplane style door. What's unique about this door compared to most of my competitors, almost all of my competitors are going to have one latch right here. So when you close the door, open the door, you get one latch. You get a lot of noise up top, you get a lot of noise down low. We offer a latch up top, a latch down low, to where when that door closes, it's airtight. You're not going to hear that extra road noise when you're driving, 75, 80 on cruise control down the highway.
I actually really like how that step comes out too.
For sure.
Pretty unique. And of course, side view cameras, and backup camera, everything you'd expect from a Mercedes chassis. Well, let's go on in, y'all. And whenever we were talking, we actually have some of the visual before. We'll keep people drooling for just a second more, but giving them the visual of the halo frame that you were alluding to. Because this is very unique.
For sure.
Right, Brent?
For sure. It's something that most of our competitors before were just putting the beams here. They were putting them side to side.
Similar to.
Yep. You can kind of see here. What we did with the halo is we actually have this extra beam on the outside. This is all tubular steel. So we're actually fastening down our floors into those steel beams in the center. And we're actually fastening our walls into that outside steel beam. So everything is tied down to your frame except your roof. Similar to how you would see a house built.
So it's not just walls getting screwed into the flooring.
For sure.
Like most other brands.
For sure.
But y'all, welcome in. Welcome into the Lineage. And this is the first floor plan that y'all are offering.
It is. This is the 25 FW. Hunter mentioned earlier it is 25 feet 8 inches tip to tip. That includes that nice back fiberglass cap. Up front here, you'll notice we do have a windshield. This is actually power. So at night or anytime if you feel like it's getting too hot in the cockpit, you can lower that. You've got a reflective side on the other side that's actually going to reflect heat back the other way. We've got a nice bed up here. Your bed up here is going to hold 350 pounds of weight. It straps in nicely when you're commuting. This is actually very easy to undo. This kind of pulls up and apart, locks in. This piece pulls down. You've got a 350-pound weighted bunk there.
And it really is one of the nicer mattresses.
Takes about 30 seconds to really get that thing nice and flush. So up here in my bunk area, you're going to have USB and 110s on both sides. You're going to have nice little cubbies where you can put your phone in the middle of the night. You also have what we call Cobra. This is cab over bunk ram air. Not many of our competitors are actually putting air up in the cockpit or up in your overhead bunk. So when I put my curtain across here, if I've got my son or my daughter up here, they're not able to get the air that's coming through the rest of the unit. So this area up here can get nice and hot. We're actually wrapping, all of our ducts actually wrap around, and from both sides you're going to get nice cool air or heat in the middle of the night versus when you have this curtain across. Most of our competitors really don't think about this overhead bunk area and applying heat or air or AC to that, especially in the middle of the night.
Well, and while we're in this kind of cab area, we'd love to focus in on some of the other hidden features that you have.
For sure.
I mean, that ladder, it was almost hidden. I mean, the way that it collapses is super neat, super convenient.
And then when you look at, let me hold that real quick.
Yeah, by all means.
So then, also up here, one of the packages that's in this unit, we have an Ultra Fabrics package. Okay, so when you get the Ultra Fabrics package and the graphics package up front, we've got our standard Mercedes seats. When you get the upgraded Ultra Leather package, you're actually going to have these front seats wrapped and covered. One of the unique things that we also offer headrest safes into both of your cockpit seats.
Well, of course, I didn't stand on one foot, hold my tongue in the right direction.
There you go. That opens up. It's a good spot for cash, jewelry, especially when you're leaving your campsite and you want to make sure that it's safe and secure. This is the same fabrics that they're putting in. It's called Ultra Fabrics. They're putting it in Land Rover. They're putting it in Jaguars. They're putting it in Teslas. But it's very, very high end. It's very plush. Almost anyone that sits down in it, that's the very first thing that they say is how soft it is.
And y'all are actually continuing it over to the upholstery.
For sure.
And we'll get here as well. But this upgrade is certainly worth it. I mean, it was only available on some very high-end, I mean, $300,000 coaches before and very high-end vehicles. But y'all bringing it to this lineup is impressive.
Sure. And we've got what we wanted with our sofa. We wanted a little bit wider sofa. So the actual sofa is 68 inches wide, which is standard. Most are 64 to 68. This is on the wider side. But instead of putting that nice big console in the middle where you can put one or two remotes in there, we actually made that a little bit narrow, so we made the seats a little bit larger. So our seats are about 2 inches wider than most of our competitors. We also wanted the fastest reclining seats. So these seats recline faster than any of our competitors. If you're fully leaned back and you want to watch the TV, your headrest actually ratchets it up.
That's incredible.
See if yours is coming up there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now I'm not going to be able to get up and finish some video.
Yeah, you got to be laying in it to get some kind of pressure on there.
Yeah.
All of your lights in here are dimmable. So you'll notice that a lot of our lights, they may seem bright right now on the camera. You can hold these buttons down. You can turn them off, turn them back on. But these will actually fully cycle all the way down low, and then they'll fully cycle all the way back up to the top. You can do this on your cell phone. You can do this up on your touchpad up here. You can also do them on your little thumb switches.
I've never seen it integrated into thumb switches before. That's a huge convenience that y'all added.
We've already talked about the speakers. We got kind of a Sonos style kind of built-in speakers up here. These are on magnets. You can actually take that off and see the actual
speaker.
Built-in speaker. But we've got some really good acoustics here, which is something that if you're watching a movie late at night, or if you want to listen to music in the morning, we wanted to spend some money on our electronics package to offer something that, again, none of our competitors are offering. We were talking about the windows earlier on the outside. These actually are really easy. There's 3 little latches. It's already open. You got to hit that little button in the middle. So these actually there's 3 settings. Once you hear one click, you can stop it there. There's your second click. There's your third click. You can roll that down. There's your bug screen, and at night, roll that up for your night shade. And if you want to keep it up, there's kind of how our windows work. And if you want to close it back down, these are all dual pane windows as well. So they offer much more when it's cold outside, letting cold air in. If it's hot outside, letting the heat in.
And I've never seen it as a roller fabric.
Yep.
I always see it like as a pleated fabric.
Yep.
And the fact that y'all did the roller shades is really neat.
For sure. One of the other things that I like to talk about is our AC unit. You'll notice up here, this is our air return. We went with a Gree 15,000 BTU AC that also has a built-in heat pump. I just cut the AC on. I don't know if you can hear it on the screen there, but it is.
I'm not going to be able to.
It is the quietest AC I've ever seen in a Class C motorhome. So we are one of the only ones that are using this green air conditioner. There's 3 modes: low, high, and turbo. So far, this AC has been very efficient. It's going to be one of the biggest features is being able to talk and have a conversation with your husband, your wife, or be able to listen to the game without it being blasting because your AC typically is on.
That's crazy. And I love the ductwork that you are doing
for sure
up here as well. And it's all the way through, and so you can still get some air directed over the bed.
All of our overhead slot diffusers. What's unique about these is they're very similar to the ones that are like in your house. We actually put little triangles in these, so as the air's coming through, it's actually dispersing more or less this way to where it's not just dumping down in one area. A lot of my competitors put those little twist ones where I can put it on my wife here, but then I'm sweating over here. So it's one of those things where we wanted this to be kind of evenly distributed throughout the coach.
And I'd love to focus in on this kitchen for a little bit, because what y'all did, I mean, even starting with the sink here, is
cutting
really
board.
sharp.
We've got a cup washer there.
I love the little drain off to the side, and this is a huge sink.
Yep.
I don't know of a pot and pan that's not going to fit.
Stainless steel. We've got we've got a ton of storage here. Everything's got a soft close.
And the hardware and pull mechanism the tactile feel of it is really nice.
For sure. For sure. Down here below, we've got a microwave with a built-in air fryer. It's also convection. We've got a 2-burner up above that.
I love, but y'all actually do a dovetail
for sure.
Most of these drawers as well, and solid wood, not just a piece of particle board in the bottom that you find from even some high-end brands. That's impressive.
Over here on our pantry, you'll notice that on our pantry, we've got a light that'll cut on. We've got 3 soft close pull-out drawers, 2 up top, and then down below you got nice big drawers that are also soft close as well.
And I know of a lot of models that don't even utilize this space up above for storage, but y'all just find a way. I mean, the manufacturer's name is Grand Design for a reason. Y'all's design really is on point always.
We wanted to make sure that literally every inch of this 25 feet 8 inches, you've got space to put your luggage. So on the fridge side, again, most of my competitors, especially in this size, they're putting 6 cubic foot fridges or putting 8 cubic foot fridges. We offered a nice 10 cubic foot, 12 volt fridge. You can see how big your freezer is there. Both of these will both open up. We actually have this on right now. So you can see how much more space you get in your fridge. Then again, most of my competitors in this price point are offering a much smaller fridge.
And there's a neat finish on that as well. Now, the one thing we didn't touch on while we were here is that there's another option for this, right, Brent?
There is. So standard on all of my units, standard will be this power theater seat,
which is probably preferred. Most prefer it.
I would say that most we do have a couple tables. I know that's a question that we've already gotten a couple times here at the show. We do have some cup holder tables that actually will fit right into these cup holders that actually swing in and out. They're not the little small ones that can only put like one plate on it. The cup holder option will have another cup holder on the table. So you'll have a spot for your cup, spot for an iPad, spot for your plate if you're sitting there having, if you're working as you're eating, if you're just wanting to eat. It's a nice big table. It's not a table like some of our competitors that have those small things that you can kind of get in and out on. I would say what most people are more excited about than anything, we're the first Mercedes is offering a 70 by 80 king bed. This is typically, a lot of my competitors will typically put a bed they save a lot of money by putting in a cheaper bed because they expect you as the customer to go out and find something that you want. Here with Lineage, we went out, we found probably the best bed that you could possibly get to put in an RV, and we put it in this one. So you got a memory foam mattress. It's 70 inches this way. It's 80 inches this way. Remember earlier I was talking about the 40-inch slide room. We're able to give you that extra 10 inches. So if you're 6'1" or taller, you actually have that extra 10 inches from here to here where your feet aren't hanging off. When I flip this bed up, because you'll have to when the slide's coming in, when I flip this bed up, you'll see a nice big halo around. So you can actually sit on the edge of your bed, put your shoes on the morning, sit on your bed and have a conversation without damaging the outside of your bed. On the inside, these are like some Roman noodle type compression materials. We put this in the center, that way you do not feel that middle seam. So most of my competitors, when this bed folds up, everyone's going to be able to fill that middle seam fold in the middle. This compression material here is actually something you can clean as well if you did want to clean it. Let me set this back up. I think that was open from yesterday still.
Something certainly to showcase, because I mean, this is the same mattress that what the Olympians were using.
Yeah. Yep.
Not skimping on just a $35 mattress like most manufacturers.
This was a mattress that we spent a lot of money on, but because of how the guts of it's built, we actually saved a lot of weight on the inside compared to some of our competitors.
But I mean, even this cover has. I mean, you can tuck your sheets in underneath.
When you flip that up, we were talking about earlier. There's that outside storage that we went over probably 15 minutes ago. You can access that very easily from the inside, also very easily from the outside.
And I've never seen a Class C Sprinter that actually is able to utilize this for some storage space.
For sure.
It's usually tanks or some waste
as
space.
This is up right now, everybody always wants to know, what does it look like when the slide room's in? This piece right here underneath the bed actually slides over your base. Your pantry will slide in and actually stops right here at the end of the bed. So you can access this full walkway, get to your bathroom. Your bathroom will open up all the way. So that's kind of how we utilize this nice 40-inch slide, and yet still made it easily accessible when the slide room is closed. If you open up right there behind you, everybody needs something, a spot for your CPAP machine. We've got 12 volt and 110. We've got a nice little storage area on that side.
That's brilliant.
Over here, we've got a nice little top. Up underneath it, you've got storage, so you can put clothes in there as well.
That's so smart.
But you got a nice place there for your teeth, for your CPAP machine, whatever you need there. When you open up your wardrobe here, you actually have, this will actually light up as well. So you got a nice big wardrobe in the back. Again, we used every square inch of this when it came to storage.
I mean, but a closet like this, not only can you be spontaneous, but those of y'all looking to take 2 months trips, I mean, that's 2 months worth of clothes easy.
For sure.
And especially in addition to the drawers, all the storage you have up overhead. This is impressive, Brent. All these drawers up underneath. Nice. And all your controls are right here too, so you don't have to run all the way up to the front.
Head into the bathroom here. First thing you'll notice when you go into the bathroom, we've got a nice porcelain toilet. And you have a C-deck floor. So inside your shower, we've got a non-slip C-deck, kind of a boating material that's meant for getting wet. You'll notice up in your skylight, we put 2 LED lights. We've got a nice wand that actually goes up into your shower dome. That way, if you're 6'1", you're not getting hit by your shower directly in your mouth. You can actually stand in it. So we made this much easier for taller people to be able to take a shower. Right here behind, we've got solid surface countertops, stainless sink, nice big storage bay behind our mirror, and then again, lots of storage below your sink here.
And to give that perspective, Rick, as you come on out, I want to show people, like we always do in our videos, how much headroom, as somebody that's 6 foot tall, you've got, a whole hand width above your head. And then you, of course, have this nice squeegee screen. It gives you more elbow room when you're trying to move around in here. It's not as restrictive as glass and cleans itself. Very easy to get, very easy to get in and out. And then even little caddies to where so many just don't even give you a place for your soap. But Grand Design thinks of all of that, even down to stylized with the rest of the coach towel hooks, so you're not hanging command strips in a rig that's this gorgeous right off the bat. And fans here, you even got a Max Air fan in here. And this coach is loaded, Brent.
Up on your roof earlier, we didn't touch on it a ton. Your roof is actually going to be a one-piece fiberglass roof.
Nice.
So one piece, front to back. Right in the center of your roof will be your Gree air conditioner. You're going to have two 200 watt solar panels on this side. You're going to have one on this side. So total standard, you have 600 watts of solar. Standard, you have 230 amp lithium batteries. Most of my competitors are still optioning, or they'll go lead acid with 110 to 200 watts of solar standard. Then you got to pay more money to get 400 watts of solar. We put all 600 standard, We give you the 2 lithium batteries right there in your stairwell standard. Right behind your Max Air right here, right behind that up on the roof, we have a little spot for that's actually prepped for Starlink.
Wow.
So that's an option that we did not put on this particular unit, but if you wanted that to be put on from the factory, it is the new Gen 3 Starlink. This is the InMotion Starlink. We will actually put that on in the factory, or you can take one and you can put it on after the fact. So when you look at our roof, everything on our roof is pretty much full. We do have obviously some spots where you can kind of walk around, but what's unique about our fiberglass roof up top, we have no self-leveling, we have no silicone. Everything is put into a Titan gasket. So a lot of these roofs, you go up top and you got to check your seals, and you got to check check your sealant every 6 to 8 months. Up on our roofs, you're not going to see any sealant. It is the cleanest roof I've ever seen. I've been selling motorhomes almost 10 years now. I've never seen a cleaner roof.
Truly.
Since I've been working on motorhomes.
And I mean, but y'all making it a fiberglass one-piece roof gives you the peace of mind, because I mean, how many times when you're trying to be spontaneous, go to these state national parks and you see low-hanging branches, if you just got a membrane up there,
for sure,
that one off branch catches it, your whole trip is ruined. You're dealing with insurance claims. Y'all are making it to where people can have peace of mind, because people are doing this to relieve headaches, not create more, and enjoy the American dream. And this is truly the coach to do it in, y'all. I mean, we can sleep and seatbelt up to 4. Bring the family along, have plenty of elbow room if you've got the dog, the furry family, and have some of the highest end features, and especially for the price point. I mean, super affordable. Y'all are busting into the market, and I mean, already making waves. I mean, these are selling like hotcakes already over the first few days of our show, the Hershey show. There's limited availability. A lot of y'all have been wanting to see this coach in person, and so we wanted to bring you the first inside look. I really appreciate Brent being here, offering his expertise, but still, seeing it in person makes a world of difference. So come down and see us here at the Dallas Super Show. It's the Southwest RV Super Show here at Dallas Market Hall, here from Thursday the 12th all the way through Sunday the 15th. And then we are going to have, well, these two are probably going to find homes by the end of the weekend. But have some more inbound, limited number by the end of the year. But you can get yours. And hopefully y'all getting a glimpse of this, knowing Grand Design's reputation on the warranty side of things, because y'all also have some big warranties that you're rolling out with this. I mean, even extending what Grand Design's doing bumper to bumper on their towables, right?
So similar to on the towable side, just recently, if you've heard about the Grand Design, we're going to be the first motorhome that's going to offer a transferable warranty.
Wow.
So first you get a 2-year bumper to bumper. You also get a 3-year structural. So you got a 2 plus 3, but we're also going to throw in the actual transferable warranty, which is something where this is something that's 25 feet 8 inches. You may buy this unit. 4 or 5 months later, you may realize that it's too small. You may realize that it's too big. You want something else. You're going to have a lot more trade value trading that in, because you have a year and a half. You have a year and a half of factory warranty still on that unit. That's something that no other motorhome's been able to offer.
No other manufacturer.
Yeah, never been able to offer that before. So,
but y'all can do it, because also very rarely do people trade in Grand Designs. For sure. And that's short of a time period. For sure. Usually people are buying this for life, because that's what you want to do. You want to buy the right one the first time. RV Show's a great place to come down and see all sorts of different layouts, size, manufacturers, and most end up deciding on Grand Design for sure. And there's a reason behind it, but until you see it for yourself, it's hard to just get a glimpse of it in a video. But hopefully this was helpful. Please respond with your feedback, because I know Grand Design, y'all are always taking feedback, taking design changes on the fly of several of my customers. So let us know what you think of it, and let us know what you want to see next, besides the next Lineage floor plan, right?
Absolutely.
Because that's inbound too. So stay tuned.
We will. We have a lot of cool things coming out over the next 6 to 8 months. This is called the Series M, because it's built on the Mercedes, but you'll see some other series that'll be coming out, over the next 6 to 8 months.
Awesome, but get yours first, because I mean, you'll be the coolest kid on the block for sure in a rig like this. So again, this is Hunter Pruett, the RV Hunter, here with Brent and McKnight. Thank you again for watching, and stay happy camping.